Alright everyone, tonight I am in a game called South of Midnight. It is a title that is set in the Louisiana South, which is pretty cool to see. You don't see that representation very much, especially in video games. I am at 1440p on a 5090, so we've got 12 gigabytes of VRAM to work with. And this is probably my third video doing this particular title, because there's a lot of story elements that I ran into, and I don't really want to post story elements, so I'm gonna play it safe and just kind of stay in this area right here. Unfortunately, there's not gonna be a lot of fighting, but of the fighting that I've seen at 4K, it dipped into maybe the 50s. So we're on 1440 with a 5070, so we should be okay. And I just wanted to jump into our settings here, go through it with you guys, and let you know what we're working with. Graphics 1440, DLAA, and everything is maxed out to ultra. So we're at 69 FPS. This is a UE5 title. It does seem to be fairly optimized because we're only touching on 8 gigabytes of VRAM and using 6. Granted, it's not the most visually demanding game from the looks of it, but the art style is pretty nice. It's got this almost whimsical storybook style to it. You get a little pop in on the up there, the tiles kind of pop in and out as you get closer to them, so you got some draw distance going on, but to be honest, that's not that big of a deal to me. I just wanted to call that out from a performance standpoint. You get some tiling that's popping in and out as you get closer and further away to it. But again, everything's set to ultra. Our VRAM seems to be more than under control. With 12 gigs on this card, we shouldn't have any problem playing this title whatsoever at the 1440p resolution. But let's jump into the graphics here, and let's go up to the 4K setting just to see what it does, because this is a 4K capable card, just depending on what kind of game you're playing. Again, we're on DLAA, no upscaling at all. We're gonna hit the escape key, and in this area at 4K, we are at 75 FPS, so doing pretty well. Just want to double check, make sure that that did apply. This game doesn't. Okay, we're good. Just want to make sure. Some of these games get kind of finicky about if they applied or not, and this game does not like the fact that I'm using a controller to do those settings, so I had to constantly switch back to my mouse and keyboard to do those. But let's jump across this river. Oh, you can't jump into water apparently. We're at 72. So in the fighting scenes at 4K, like I said earlier, it was in the 50s or so. So you do get a dip in some really intense combat scenes. The enemies in this game have a lot of lighting effects, and just let's explore up here and see if we can maybe bump into something to fight. I'm not sure, because again, this is my very first time playing through this, and I've stopped and started a lot because I keep running into story elements, and I don't want to, you know, blow up the story for you guys. So far what I can tell is you are in the American South. It does seem to be modern day, and you have a character here who is kind of getting some hints to her past, it seems like. So she sees these whispers, these like strands as they call them, so I can toggle that on and off, which is cool, and that'll kind of tell me like where I need to go next. But it doubles as a story element and a wayfinder, which I think is pretty nice to see that combination. A lot of times you just get like some, you know, map in the top corner that doesn't really link to the game at all. Here's a story element. Again, it happens constantly, and I'm sorry if anyone wants to look away, go ahead and look away. These cutscenes are locked to 30 FPS, so you know, just keep that in mind. So I've obtained these hooks that kind of like slash up enemies and stuff, and then you steal the enemy's like soul, I guess. I don't really know what else to call it, but you kind of destroy them, and then it responds by exploding, and flowers start to grow and that kind of stuff again. But it seems to be these ancestors that are guiding her around. But yeah, it seems like exploring possibly some runaway slavery type thing, which is nice to see that representation in a game. Unlock the first spell during the exploration against enemies in combat cooldown period. Okay, so you get some spells. That's cool. LB to cast the weave spell. Alright, so it looks like she can create some items and use it to cast. I mean, this game is really cool to me. I mean, I've really enjoyed it so far. I feel like we might get some fighting up here soon, so I just want to keep playing. See these like ghostly figures, it is putting a little bit more demand and pressure on that VRAM, so we're jumping down into the 50s a little bit, but that's okay. Alright, so it looks like we're going to be able to fight whatever this thing is. Okay, yeah, these are the things I was talking about earlier. They kind of like come out of nowhere, and yeah, they slash you up pretty good, but you kind of have to work on them, and then kind of like absorb their power. So she kind of like, yeah, it's called unravel. So she kind of rips them apart, and then you have these things. Oh, there's some more. So you kind of get in these areas that are like cursed looking, and you can, we're down in the 50s now, you can kind of like fight them, and then once you unravel them, that's how you kind of get rid of them. But they just keep appearing until you get to the point where you can unravel this like seed pod thing. Then it kind of restores the flowers and makes it all nice again. But that kind of seems to be the gist of the game, is going from like these hubs that you can work your way through. So here's some more story. I don't mean to continue to ruin this for anyone, so please look away if you're that kind of person that okay, strand push art. Okay, that's pretty cool. So this is the first time I've started getting like actual spells and stuff, so I just really dig this game. I think it's done really well. I love the style of it. So let's jump into a little bit more exploration into the performance we're looking at here. So, oops, I did the wrong thing. Go back. Let's go into options and graphics. All right, there we go. It jumped back up to, I don't know why it does this. It jumped back up to 4K. So what we were seeing was actually at 4K. Oh man, it's not confusing at all. All right, so no wonder it was dropping down on that 50. So I had it at 4K. So kind of in line with what I was saying earlier, at 4K it really likes to drop below 60, but I believe if you play it at 1440 you're going to have a pretty good time, especially with quality DLSS, man. Like, you just can't beat it. I mean, we're at over 100, so it looks like any kind of special effect or anything like that, we're gonna be fine. It wants me to kind of push this thing, I think. So again, kind of reminds me of Hogwarts a little bit, like with the spells. So it looks like I just need to like get this thing. Okay, it wants me to use this, jump up here to get over this vegetation, I guess. So alright, so you kind of get the idea here. So I can, as these particle effects pop, okay, so I want to fight someone at 1440. I just want to double check that we are at 1440. Yep, we're at 1440. I want to fight something quality DLSS 1440, so we can really see like what to expect when the demand kind of goes up a little bit. And we're under that VRAM allocation limit by like a lot. And when they turn yellow, you gotta back off because there's nothing you can do. They kind of grenade a little bit. In the 80s, I believe, yeah, they kind of keep coming up on you here. Let's jump over here. It's a little soulsy, but like very light soulsy. Like not, it is not as hard as Souls by any stretch of imagination. Okay, let's unravel this like egg pod thing. Kind of giving me like Stranger Things vibes, honestly. So these things should kind of clear out. All right, I don't want to, keep going with the story too much and risk, getting into something that's going to ruin anyone's time. So yeah, pick this game up, man. I think it's so cool to see like a black female lead in a game about the American South and exploring her past with like slave ancestors and stuff. Like, you just don't see this stuff in games, man. This is so unique, and I wish we saw more of this kind of thing, because I think like diversity is super important. So if you want to pick it up, it's on Game Pass right now. So if you have an active subscription, you're good. And if not, you know, it's on Steam and that kind of stuff. But anyway, check it out. Have a good night, and thanks for hanging out with me. See ya.